Okay.
Alright, so last week on Days of Our Lives.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pink Ranger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go. When last we left off, everyone was following Salazar to bed after a long night of drinking, and Rhiannon completely flipping a shit over some gross guy who owed her money. Tintlet Tintlet did her bard thing and went to bed with the fighter named Afu that we learned.
Yes.
The little
Short for cute as fuck.
short and cute as fuck elf that we met. And we are picking up in the morning. General activity.
No, I
throughout-
wasn't. I just wanted to clarify. I wasn't calling her short. I was saying that her name, Afu, is short for cute as fuck.
That's true.
I also couldn't remember her real name, so that's canon now for me. For Rhiannon, anyway.
Can't remember. Well, were we even introduced her? Did we even actually hear what her name was?
Actually, you didn't. I was just.
I don't think we
reminding
did,
for notes.
so
that.
Yeah. I don't take notes for things that my character doesn't know.
Exactly. Same.
All right. So, the one in the armor with the cloak that you saw, that she brought back.
Cool.
You realized she was gone upon her getting back.
Yes.
You realize that she's an actual bard.
I'm so proud of Rashna.
She wasted no time.
It's her first time. All right.
The internet told me I had to.
No, I described. She's just like, and this is the moment in which I was gay. As soon as I described the character to her, and I could see it on her face as I was describing him, she's like, okay, this is why I played this.
Yep, that works.
Come morning, activity around the inn starts to pick up a little bit. People moving in and out of hallways and such. Anyone of lighter sleep constitution might find trouble staying asleep after this point, unless you are severely hungover, which a couple of you might be. So.
Well, I went to bed early.
No.
So.
Salazar
Yeah,
went to bed
I think
early.
we know who will be
Salazar
up early.
is well rested. They're gonna come down like, what did I miss?
A lot.
Just kind of like glowing.
Yes.
That
Beauty sleep. It's important.
God.
Beauty sleep indeed.
Freshly
I just
creamed
wanna-
curls.
You just want?
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Don't start.
I really want to strangle you right now.
Yes, agreed. Did you end up staying in the chair in my room with Tyr? I can't remember.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The chair.
Slept in the chair, probably with my eyes open. It freaked you out.
That's really creepy. You were probably too drunk to care. That's probably for the best. He's gonna roll over and wake up the next morning. Shit!
Not that I always sleep with my eyes open. It's just in the sitting position.
It was like one of those
That
dolls
makes
when
it
you
so
sit
much
it up,
worse.
the eyes just open.
So much worse.
I'm just writing down, Rhiannon slept with eyes open like a psychopath.
Not a psychopath. High-functioning sociopath.
Do your research. So I'm assuming Salazar is the first to wake.
Yeah.
What do you get up to in the morning?
What do I get up to in the morning?
Destruction.
How early is it? Like, do I wake up really, really early, like before just about the whole town, or do I wake up about the time everybody is waking up?
Well, unless Salazar is himself a very early riser, like just on their own, then you're probably gonna wake up around the time that activity in the inn starts and wakes you up. So you'll probably be woken by your neighbors banging around and leaving at about a half an hour after sunrise. So early enough.
Oh no, the bank. We already decided the rooms. The banging around for his neighbors happened last night.
They are in rooms right next door.
Oh yeah, they are next door, aren't they? That's great.
There are a lot of rooms next door, first of all.
Well, no, but
the
that
festival.
specific one is right next to me. Sal is going to get dressed and comb their hair, which is a process. Shut up. And then head downstairs and see what people are talking about around breakfast tables.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying
Hey,
to.
did you see
fix
that crazy
something.
woman last night? She almost killed that one douche.
I'm just trying
I'm
to
just
fix something real quick.
NPCing.
Why are
right now.
there surfers? in
Yes,
a
of course
tavern?
they're surfers. I can't get a
Alright.
hold of what the hell Casey's accents are, so I'm just going for whatever the hell crazy shit that
They're
I come up with
whatever
at the moment.
comes out, okay?
You never know what you're gonna
This is
get.
fantasy world. There could be fantasy accents.
Exactly.
I need
sent-
fantasy surfers.
I sent you guys, it should be in your journals now. That's what Nikolai looks like. It's just not in color like I wanted it to be because I ran out of time.
A journal.
Yeah. Journal.
He's a fluffy boy.
He fluffy
the,
boy.
The fluffy boy
scruffy
that I wanted to be my friend, even though I'm
Hello.
pretty
Yes.
sure that his boss is the person that I'm may or may not decide to hunt down.
Yes, that was what you were talking about last night.
Yeah, just dropped that bomb on Tyrenan and said, "Okay, good night."
Yeah, thanks.
Salazar, you get downstairs. It's fairly, compared to when you got back, fairly empty. Most anybody that's heading downstairs is heading right out. There's only a couple people around the tables, just like half asleep, getting breakfast. The most active person is Gertie, the innkeeper, just kind of moving around in the back, mostly going. She's like comes out every now and then and goes back to the back rooms. Rhiannon and Tyr are not on this floor.
You never moved up the stairs.
Get you to the room
Where'd I
with the
go?
chair. I must
Oh,
reveal
yeah.
your room.
Just sleeping in the void. Oh, there we go.
Select, move.
There's no chair.
There's the chair.
Oh, there's a chair. I can't sit in it.
It's a small room, okay?
I know.
There are a couple people at a table near the stairs. As you come down, you can hear them muttering a little bit about just the events of previously. They're complaining about curfew.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, that's the most that you can tell as you first come down. People are
Okay.
sleepy, curfew sucks.
People are sleepy and curfew stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have one or the other. Like, I get that people will complain about everything, but, like, you're either complaining about that you're up too late or complaining about that people force you to bed too early.
Well, they were up so late because they were complaining about curfew in the fact that they couldn't have been up late doing something else. So, like, they're very bummed out about it.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah. That's why they sound. That's why they sound like surfer dudes, because they're so bummed out.
I hate you.
Such a bummer,
All right.
dude. Carry
Well, Sal is gonna go to the
Oh,
counter.
shut up now.
Is the half-orc woman there?
As you approach the counter, it's quiet for a second, but she does come back around and she sees you. She's gonna walk up. You're like, yes, can I get you anything? I'm guessing coffee.
Yes,
Everybody's been
dear
asking for
lady.
coffee. Yes.
I actually don't need any coffee, but if I could have some breakfast, that would be great.
Yes, we're getting the grill going. You want eggs, ham, eggs.
Yes.
Alright, I'll bring something out for you. Just find yourself
So
a seat.
you want the
stay at
eggs
the bar.
or the eggs?
Shut up!
People also say we have good eggs. I need to shut up. I'm
You
sorry.
really do. It's funny, but stop. Just find a seat. She'll bring it out to you.
Okay. And you said it's not really busy, just a couple people hanging around grumbling.
Yeah, a couple people grumbling, a couple people looking like they're about to fall asleep on their food. Which apparently is eggs.
Well, I'm not a rogue, so
What skill that you don't have are you gonna try to use this campaign?
Yeah, that is the question. Is Lindsay doing Lindsay
you know
things?
what?
Oh, we're winding up with a team of basically like 2 or 3 rogues in the other game.
They'll eat their food and then head outside.
Oh, right.
I never want to do like druid things. I just, you know.
What are druid
I'm
things?
rogue.
Petting the dog ear?
Nature checks. Befriending deer.
I'm gonna have a very cute doggo that you're just gonna want to be best buds with.
Aww.
Talking to
Control-
trees.
Controlled
Yeah.
forest fires, just druid things.
Just druid things.
JDT. While you were eating
I
breakfast,
feel like there's definitely a Pinterest board called Just Druid Things.
There's at least 20 Pinterest boards called Just Druid Things. Salazar, while you are eating your breakfast, out of corner of your eye, you'll notice a very bright collection of fabric come waddling down the stairs as the merchant who you did not interact with comes down. Kind of they're looking around a little bit, and then just briskly walk out the door as fast as they can.
I smell bacon.
And when you eventually go outside, you notice at first the street generally seems kind of hushed, but you can kind of at the end see like a small handful of about 4 guards just kind of hanging out at the corner.
Down the street.
How dare you?
And what are people doing about the mess in the center of town?
In the center of town? So you're heading all the way up?
Yeah.
Yep. As you head down, you'll see that the tree is still where it was. A bright green rope has been tied around what was left of the stalls, kind of blocking up an area of "do not pass this line" kind of deal. Around it, you see most of the debris has been kind of shoved off to the side. There are a couple of people who have arrived early who are trying to claim. Seems like they're trying to claim whatever was left of their wares if their stall was damaged, but it's still fairly deserted for now, other than the the campsite where the performers were.
All those
And-
damn looters.
I swear to God. Oh, I will mute you.
Please do.
And remind me if is the tree still there? I can't remember what happened to the tree.
Yeah, the tree is still there. It was put to sleep.
Is it in the new spot?
Yes, it's still in the new spot.
Where did-
There's no moving
Yes.
that tree.
And is the tree cordoned off?
Yes, the cord goes around it. There's at least like a 20-foot radius circle around this tree now.
All right. Well, I'm going under the rope. And I'm going to go over to the tree.
All right. Give me just 1 second.
And I'm going to do a nature check.
No. I just have to fix.
I'm going to talk to the tree.
Just give me 1 sec. I have to.
As I
draw
recall,
something.
trees don't like you.
The tree was fine with me. I put him out.
Yeah, that old man said otherwise.
Yeah, well, the old man's crazy.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Delete. Fix my color, please. I want green. Bright green. Five, 10, 15, 20. No! My computer has gone crazy. Hold on.
Hello, Bobby. Come here.
Okay. You are going under the rope.
I am under the rope.
Under the rope. Wow. As you start to lift it and climb under, you hear a voice go, please don't go any closer. We don't know if it might wake up again. And when you look over, you see the bandaged guard from before standing very far away.
Don't worry, my good man. The tree and I are good friends. We'll be fine.
Do I make you roll for that? That's the clue.
That's true thing.
Persuasion check.
All right.
Okay.
26.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. You see him kind of take a step forward. He's very clearly just like, I just want to do my job right now. But he's like, all right, and it takes a couple extra steps back. And just goes to looking anywhere but at you, so he has plausible deniability.
I'm just going to walk over to the tree and kind of circle it and check it out. See how it's doing today.
It seems to be doing much the same as it did the night before.
In that it is a tree.
In that it is a tree. A half-burnt tree.
It's doing a lot of not tree things the night before.
Yeah, that's the primary concern here. I'm going to take a rubbing of that symbol on it. Was the old
I was
man
too
around?
afraid to do.
Perception check.
The old man was the tree the whole time.
18.
Okay. As you are taking a rubbing of these symbols, you get a sense, like a little prickle in the back of your neck that something's watching you. When you turn to look, you don't really see anything. When you turn back to the tree on the other side of the trunk, you see the old man sitting, leaning on the staff, watching you like, "Good morning."
Where did you run off to yesterday?
Run off? I ran off nowhere. What do you mean?
What does this mean? And I show him the symbol.
Fuck.
Made Redbeard look at his notes.
What the hell kind of notes was I taking last time? I've got, in quotation marks, properties of a well-baked cake. What the fuck?
Moist
was that?
and something else.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't remember.
Exactly.
And I remember specifically you saying, I will not remember what I mean next time, but I'm writing it down.
Oh god, I did!
Good job. Just
Oh, Kitty.
get down.
Baby.
A big void.
Okay. Oh yes, exactly. Just kind of melts into the black.
By the way, just to call it back, like 2 sessions ago, the reason I'm calling him Redbeard is because his beard was green, and apparently he's colorblind.
That's right.
Okay. You see him, he kind of like squints at it, kind of leans forward, tilts his head a little bit, leans back, kind of tilts himself this way, the other way. It's like, It looks like a protection spell.
Looks like it didn't work.
Well,
I'm muting myself again.
Thank you.
A protection spell for the tree or for everyone from the tree?
You'd have to ask people who wrote it, but I think that was a very long time ago.
So why did the tree come to life now?
Well, if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say because somebody set it on fire.
And,
I was drinking.
do you know anything about the trees in the forest? Why would they suddenly be coming to life? If they have similar runes of protection.
Well, the runes have always been there. If they're waking up now, then something is waking them. It's kind of how it works.
Yeah, no, I got that. I was questioning why they would be waking up.
Good, I needed to be sure, 'cause some people don't, the rules of things escape them, but you seem like an intelligent young person.
Well, it is a 17, so... If there was a scale to 20, it'd be at a 17.
I'm crying. What are you doing? I looked and he's got his head halfway sticking out. Yes, that sounds very high. Jesus fucking Christ. As to the why, it all depends on who did the waking. I didn't do it, so I don't know.
Well, does it take a druid to wake them, or is it
Oh
any sort
no,
of danger threat?
anybody who knows the spells can cause the trees to wake at some point.
And what's the spell?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So did somebody have to activate this spell for the tree to respond as it did? Or is it an or thing? You know, it has to be activated or threatened.
Well,
Or it has to be activated and then threatened.
This particular tree's been here since before there was a town around it. There's no telling when the spells were placed. But usually the sort of thing you would think would stay dormant, an event that happens it's very confusing, very concerning. Yes?
That didn't answer any question.
Didn't it? I'm sorry. I don't know. The look on your face.
This guy is either way more important than we give him credit for, or like just some random fuck that we are putting way too much importance into. It's either or. Salazar is leaning to the random fuck side of things.
Salazar just had a look of, do I want to shoot myself in the face or the old man more right now?
I guess I'll go out to the woods and see what the bushes do.
That is definitely a plan. You should be...
Do the bushes like you?
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. But they usually...
Get attacked by them when you go out there? Do they see you as a threat? Would they recognize you?
Possibly. I'm very old. I've been here for a while.
Would they attack you if they saw you?
I would hope not.
Okay.
Let's see who does.
Salazar's just gonna leave.
Enjoy your walk!
Sal still hasn't decided whether or not to kill him, so...
Oh, are you sitting in the bowl? He's sitting in the bowl.
Oh,
He's sitting in the bowl.
Very good.
Look at him.
Eat a pumpkin muffin.
Oh, he's a chunk. Oh.
Oh, don't stimulate him.
Yeah, he's being good. Now you're gonna get him wound
Yeah,
up.
now he's gonna get out.
He's pressing his teeth into my hand. It is so cute.
It's called biting.
No, he's not biting me. He's like leaning forward and like pressing his teeth into my hand.
Oh, that's so cute.
He now returned to our
Oh,
normal
He's
programming.
He's sinking his teeth into my flesh. It's so adorable.
He was
Bilbo
just
heard me.
pressing his
Another
teeth.
cat.
Oh.
I know.
Look at him. He's smelling
Oh,
over the
thank
you, Bilbo
side.
tail.
He's smelling over.
He is a muffin.
No. Bilbo gets jealous very
He
easily. So when
doesn't
she
fit.
She hears you talking to another kitty.
He doesn't
She's gotta remind you she's here.
He's been scared to
I tried to
get in
talk
that
about-
thing since I got it. But now he's
Really?
yeah, for some like not like that fabric bowl. He's like it doesn't steppy right. Oh.
Ah,
Aw.
And now he's just kind of like poured himself into it like soup.
Eek.
You know, Bilbo, they see your butthole more than your face.
We really do. I feel like I'm missing out.
Oh.
so
Yeah,
at about
please.
this time, Rhiannon is ordering breakfast, and the instructions are very particular. Cook the ham. Set the ham aside, like send that out to someone else. Just pour the grease from the pan into a cup and crack an egg into it. Breakfast.
Ugh. Ugh.
As you ask for that.
Hangover remedy.
A second.
Hangover remedy.
What did
Doesn't
I get?
work,
What did I get?
but it distracts you.
What's this?
Reese shot. What's this?
I am not hungover and I feel ill.
Oh, it's from
What
the
is that
job
face?
that I got secret fired from.
How nice.
Isn't it though? Isn't it just
Mhm.
wonderful?
Mm-hmm. Splendiferous.
Wunderbar. Okay.
Wunderbar, yes.
Yes. It's not letting me put my things spawn properly. As you ask for that, Rhiannon, you just see her. She's gonna tilt her head a little bit, like she's gonna go to the back, come back, smack a glass full of grease on the table, crack an egg into it, and slide over, and then go back to what she was doing.
Time for the Constitution roll.
Roll for salmonella.
That is actually on the outside of the egg. So
I
as
was
long as
getting
the egg
ready
is
to
Oh
say.
washed,
my
which I
god!
doubt it.
Technically, if it's a fresh laid egg, your chances are even better to not wash the egg and just crack it immediately because it's still got the protective coating. So,
Technically, eggs last so much longer if you never put them in the refrigerator to begin with.
yep.
Or
If you don't wash
them.
them.
If you don't wash them.
Yes. Yes.
But all eggs that you buy have been washed.
Yes. Yeah, any ones that you get at the grocery store. Definitely those need to go in
Oh,
the fridge.
this has been a great informational session on eggs. But
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Hangover
That's
cure.
a 9.
Are
Why am
you
I
doing
just
anything
rolling
else?
9?
So, you definitely gag, and it comes back up.
I don't know if it comes back up.
It's an
I'm a
egg.
professional.
It's an egg, and you rolled a 9. You only had to make a 10 to keep it down, and you didn't.
I make it back into the glass though, because it probably my lips didn't leave the glass before that happened. I try again.
Oh.
Just forcing it down. Any bystanders just see Rhiannon going.
Honestly, as someone I haven't done specifically this before, but as someone who has had raw eggs, I feel like people oversell the disgustingness of the raw egg, and the real thing that would get me is the grease.
And it's all in there
Yeah.
together, so you got it all in
Yeah,
one. Are you trying again? And also, is this just an aside, or are we going back to the...
this is an aside. I try it until I get it.
Alright, you try until you get it. Salazar, where are you headed?
I'm gonna head out to the forest. Check out how the bushes are feeling today.
Okay.
Very untrustworthy people told me to do this.
Oh, you guys aren't there.
No.
Neither is the.
What layer is
Neither are
that
the
on?
lines on the ground.
What layer is this on?
The symbol?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. What layer? It won't let me... It won't let me click it. I'm supposed to be able to click it and get rid of it. There it is. Oh no. It's all in individual pieces. Forget it.
And you find some random purple sticks laid out in a line. Mistake equals plot device.
As you head out to the woods, as you're passing through town, you see a couple more clusters of guards here and there. On corners, towards the edge of town, you see a group of about 15 townsfolk, it looks like, just kind of gathered around and talking to each other as you walk by.
15 what?
Yeah, 15 townsfolk?
Townsfolk. I thought you said cowfolk, and I was like,
There are minotaurs in this game.
I was just surprised. I did not know there were cowfolk.
Apparently there are hippo folk in Faerun, so...
Hey.
But we
Those
are
are
not
called-
there.
They're GIF with a F sound instead of a TH. That's what they're called, I believe.
That was gonna sneeze.
The nose wiggle.
I hate it when the sneeze don't come.
So there are just like 15 people hanging out outside of the woods?
At the edge of town as you're walking towards the woods.
Okay. I want to try to overhear what they're saying.
Roll a perception check.
13?
13?
It all sounds like moo to you.
Mute yourself until you're talking, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. As you're walking by, they're all kind of talking over each other a bit, but you do catch a couple of the... Like, you recognize the teenagers that you overheard the night before saying some of the same stuff. They're like, "Oh, I'm telling you, if this doesn't happen, then it's one of those travelers. They have a soul among them. That's got to be what it is." As you walk by,
Did he say a sold soul?
a soul.
So SOLDSOUL?
Yes.
Is this something I've ever heard of?
Roll an intelligence check real quick.
22.
Warlock sweats.
You recognize it as slang for a warlock.
Oh.
Sweating in warlock.
That would be insane. Warlock.
You actually
Yeah,
say
I'm
this
gonna-
as you go by.
I'm actually going to go up between the people saying that and like put my arms around both of them. Like both of their shoulders. Who's talking about sold souls around here? You know they can hear you. When you say their name. I hear through their great old ancient gods, they have all-seeing powers.
Deception check.
What did I just miss?
14.
So the two teenagers that you slide up between, by the way, everyone's fairly startled to see you because they didn't notice you coming up. The two teenagers stop and they look at you, and you see the one who was talking kind of look at you, and then look at the others, go like. But the rest of the people around them that they were speaking to, kind of like you see like various levels of. How far am I going to take this?
Yeah, it's like. They've also been known to possess people.
One more person looks slightly convinced.
Have you ever felt the cold, slimy, wet hands of an underwater god crawling up your spine?
The boy on your left is staring, and he's sitting there like, Underwood, what? But one villager across from you kind of steps forward, and he's like, and what do you know about warlocks, stranger?
Never been in a Turkish prison, Tim.
I know many things of warlocks, and my eyes turn completely black. And I smile, and my teeth are all razor sharp. Because I feel like dying by evil mob today.
Both boys shout and fall back. And at least half of the group people kind of like step back from you. The one who spoke to you, his eyes widen a little bit, but he doesn't move. He's just got his hands on his hips. Just looking at you like, you think it's funny to fuck around when this town's having a hard enough time?
Can I insight check? Is he like thinking I'm fucking around saying I'm a warlock when I'm not? Or does he think I'm a warlock fucking around?
You can inside check.
Okay. 15.
He thinks that you're, he thinks that you get the impression that he thinks that you're just kind of fucking around just to fuck around. He doesn't seem suspicious of you.
They're all sitting there talking about warlocks being around. I come up and do some magic, and they're like,
They are
All right,
they're not strangers to illusions.
all right, fair. I just let it all drop back so I go back to normal. I'm just trying to insert a little levity into a dire situation.
Well, your levity can wait until we manage to get our festival back on hand, and you can do whatever little trick show that you do.
I'm sorry, sir. I put out the fire that the tree was having. What did you do yesterday?
I got tuberculosis. No, that's not me.
Warlocks!
Ain't nobody got time for that. Bronchitis, tuberculosis,
Everybody
no
here
matter.
has tuberculosis. We're playing real world medieval time. This ain't fantasy.
And the statue made of thief hands.
Somebody slap you on the back with a bunch of sage. This is medieval shit. Make sure you wear all red to get rid of the pox.
He just kind of like, I worked, thank you, keeping an inn together with this mob around, and now I've got my neighbors.
Wait.
Yes.
Is this the guy that sold my room at the other inn?
Roll a quick perception.
Oh,
Chance
God.
encounters.
12.
The apron seems familiar.
So he's the one who got rid of my room.
He might be. He was at the inn. You do not know who there he was, but the apron looks familiar.
Interesting. Isn't that interesting? That's interesting.
Hear that people are disappearing in these mysteries.
I'm gonna mark that down for surprise murder.
Well, there are 15 people around. I can't do that right now.
Just wait till level 5 when Eldritch Blast happens.
So I'm going into the woods to see about these walking trees. What are you lot doing out here?
You see one of the boys that you scared go like, "Well, we're trying to figure out the trees," and the inn fellow just kind of looks and was like, right at the boy.
Aren't you scared of the hag?
I'm not. No. I
You
heard
should
that.
be.
You see the innkeeper roll his eyes and he's like, I kind of feel like swinging trees are a little more to be worried about than an old lady in the woods. And he just kind of walks away.
So where are you going?
Back to work. Where I should have been if these idiots, and he points at the boys, hadn't gone and dragged everybody out. A couple of the other townsfolk seem to like slightly embarrassed and follow him back, while the rest just kind of linger, shuffling a bit.
Got a point. It is breakfast rush.
They have places to be. Very sad if I forgot.
I won't do anything now. There's a lot of townspeople around. Noted.
Oh god, you're gonna be it. You're gonna be the problem character.
You read my.
I did.
My
I knew it going in. It's just it's a reminder. It's like, oh yeah, Sal.
All right, I'm walking into the woods.
You're walking into the woods. You walk into the woods, your visibility is not great. Early in the morning, there's quite a layer of, like, mist still over the ground.
So I can see normally in basically any darkness to a distance of 120 feet, magical or non-magical.
Okay. Does mist count as darkness in these mechanics?
I don't think so. But, like, the early morning, like, dimness.
Yeah, so you're not affected by the fact that it's dim, but the mist...
Yeah, I would be affected by the mist.
Yeah, so your visibility, like, you can see fine in the light, but your visibility is still, like, 30 feet.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading my stat as you were describing the mist. I got as far as it's early morning and it's dim.
Yeah, your visibility is at best 30 feet, but you can only see shapes, and the further you go into the woods, the worse it gets.
Perfect.
Yes.
I love it. I want to live here.
It's like, ooh, spooky
the
swamp
dark.
with mist.
Spooky swamp. That's like my home.
Yes.
But it's not a salt marsh.
As you are walking through the spooky, misty swamp, it's a pretty, at this time of the morning, pretty cacophonous noise of, like, frogs and little creatures all around you, to the point where it's kind of like your footsteps are blending in, barely changing the sound.
What are they saying?
It's frogs.
Yeah, I know. I can understand frogs. So are they like
Really?
saying, "Hey, what's up?" If I can speak to anything that has a swim speed.
That is interesting. Okay. It is
Actually, it's a telepathy thing. I'm gonna say, "What's up?" to the frogs.
the sound lulls a little around you and then rises again in volume, and you hear a very cacophonous, chaotic mess of. Half of it is what's up, what's that, and the other is the impression you get, and the other half is what's happening? It's gone. What? Because they're frogs and they don't make a lot of sense.
I say, "Hey, where's Jerry?"
You hear a chorus of "Where's Jerry?" Who's Jerry? Jerry?
Oh, come on, you know Jerry.
You're just gonna sit there and fuck with frogs. Hold on, actually, this gives me an idea.
Now I'm fucking with frogs.
Now you're
so-
fucking with frogs.
I keep moving though. I'm just entertaining
You
myself
hear
along the way.
Salazar retires as the king of the frogs.
As you leave behind the chorus of Jerry. I'm broken.
Can I change it to Alan so they go, Alan, Alan,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Steve.
The frogs are now croaking, Alan!
That's not Alan, that's Steve. Steve.
Steve.
As you travel deeper in the forest, you kind of like leave the echoes of Alan behind. You start to you hear more of the general cacophonous of "Good morning, what's up?" from the wildlife around you.
Only if it has a swimming speed.
There's a
It's a
couple
swamp,
of
everything
it's a swamp.
does.
There are frogs everywhere.
Frogs, salamanders, newts, whatever.
She turns me into a newt.
I got better.
I really want there to be a newt that I telepathically communicate with that insists that they're under a spell, and I carry them to try to.
It's probably Alan.
Alan. Why?
The deeper you go, you start to hear something more often than just the "good morning" and the occasional "want some fuck," because they're frogs.
I was restraining myself.
It's really bad when she asked what they were saying. I literally said, they're probably saying want some fuck. Because that's what animals do.
Which you're used to at this point, since you, ever since this
I
ability
used
arose.
up all my willpower for today, not saying want some fuck, and then you just.
It took all of your willpower not to say that.
Yes, I have very little.
I believe it. I believe it.
Something you start to hear more than the rest is this general sense of confusion. Like this. Where did it go? Where am I? A couple of times, mostly. It's gone. What did she do? Like just over and over. There's just this general sense of confusion around you. The deeper you go.
Do I notice anything missing?
You would not roll or not
Okay.
until you reach where you were previously, and you noticed that tree that was there is gone. Like the one you saw move previously.
Okay.
But if you wanted to, they will talk back to you.
I just didn't know how much I would get out of a frog.
They're pretty much only talking to the other frogs. They expect the rest of them to know what they're talking about.
What's missing?
What? Missing? What? It's gone. She took it. The old one. The big one. The tree.
She.
The old one. The person. 2 legs.
The old person took the tree?
You hear a chorus of yes, and then one small croak of, or did the tree take her?
Philosophical frog.
Philosophical frog. The fact
Which
that,
way did they go?
You can't make sense of what there is said, but you see a couple of them start leaping off.
Did you take it, or did we take it
northeast.
for granted?
I'm gonna follow the frogs.
Follow the frogs.
Follow the spiders.
While you were stopping to talk, you heard another one in the back. As you head off, following the frogs, you hear, "Who's Alan?" before you keep going.
She took Alan!
I'm just gonna write down Alan, and we're gonna have a repeat of the "What does this note mean?" next week.
Good.
Poor Alan.
Poor Alan.
As you follow.
That's a Pierce.
I'm sorry. I had forgotten about the amphibian thing. And now I'm just sitting here like, oh god, is this gonna be what breaks my neck? Okay. Talking frogs. Session 0. I want to do a serious story campaign.
You specifically said it was going to be serious, but there was going to be some comedy in there. You said it.
I know.
You said you didn't want it to be too dark and serious.
I know. It's just
and the
funny
frogs
that
have always been talking. They just haven't had someone to listen.
Okay, babe.
No.
Alan, frog in the city.
At least he's not singing.
You follow. The frogs start as you go. A couple of frogs leap for a few feet and stop, and then a couple of other frogs will kind of take over and keep leaping. It's like a little relay, leading you through the woods, taking you definitely off of the path and through the water. So, as you follow, you get well drenched.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I prefer it that way.
I will not.
That wasn't even a...
I will not comment on that. I'm not. Okay. The impulse is gone.
Salazar, the one complaining when I took everyone through the least muddy place possible, and we got our shoes wet.
Was it? It's almost like they complain just to complain.
It's almost like they're just an asshole. They lead you through a pretty, the soggy isn't the word, but it's still true. You get taken further and further from the path, basically through, you could definitely describe this part that you're in of the swamp as small, shallow lake, with how watery it is. And you can see, frogs swimming ahead of you every now and then. Will jump up onto because there's still cypress trees everywhere. We'll jump up onto a root and then keep going. As you go, for about half an hour through this is what it would take, provided you keep going. Yep. So as you go about half an hour in, you see ahead of you, through the mists, finally starts appearing this blocky, chunky shape, and you start coming up on this mass of roots that kind of rise up out of the mist in front of you as you go. And so finally you can see what looks like the outline of an old building. And you can kind of hear the lapping sound of the water kind of washing up against these old submerged stone foundation, and the thank you for that noise in my ear, by the way. the lapping up against the stone foundation and against the roots. And as you get closer, you can see like what is left just of this old stone building. Like half of it is tumbled off into like chunks of foundation in the water, kind of for a distance. The rest is kind of like held up by a tree that has grown up around it.
And this is where the frogs just stop?
Yes.
Do they seem worried?
Yes. As you're within sight, the relay kind of like stops. You hear some like this general sense of unease, and they start swimming back. The ones that were at this end of the relay.
I'm going to approach the building cautiously.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to roll a stealth check for me. 14. So you managed to climb up from the water onto the massive roots without like disturbing anything, but as you're moving up, water is still like dripping off your clothes and streaming, so that it kind of adds to the sound of the general water flow around you. And you can hear from inside, as you get closer, you start hearing this this quiet keening noise rise up like I don't need help, but thank you. As you approach the stone, it like rises and then falls again, and it's quiet. And any sound of frogs around has now gotten quieter, and it seems further away.
I'm gonna take a little walk around this building, or whatever ruins, to try to garner what I can from it.
Mm-hmm. As you walk around, not much can be seen of whatever it might used to have been. It's like pretty like moldy, mildew, like moss-covered, broken stone in and out of chunks of the tree that kind of like grew up into it. You do see as you go around, you start on the other side. You see like a cluster of branches and such, kind of like twisted and gnarled up into like almost weaving into each other, kind of covering up a hole on the back side, almost like it's like a new wall. It's various smaller trees, like the huge cypress that you've been wading through. A couple of them definitely not swamp trees. And there's a couple like with roots kind of sticking up out of the water. That they look a little out of place compared to what you've seen so far.
If you want to, you can go back to one of the other characters while I think about this.
Okay. So by now, back at the inn, where Rhiannon was trying her hangover cure, and Tyr is still most definitely snoring like a small thunderstorm. Activity is picked up around the inn. In the room adjacent to the two of yours, by this time it's been about, let's see, it would have taken, it is well into the morning now. Well, not well into the morning, it's still like mid-morning. There is this loud slam of the door across from your room, and thumping steps as the party of other traveler-type possible adventure people that had been at the inn the night before leave their room and kind of head on down. So it's like a small stampede past your door.
Yeah, he'll wake up, and he won't be in a good frame of mind. Probably a bit hungover. Hey, don't scratch that. No,
But Mom,
Also,
Not yet.
aren't you a blue dragonborn?
I am.
So it was a literal thunderstorm.
Yes, yes, quite literal. He'll roll out of bed and kind of slowly make his way downstairs and very groggily sit at the bar and ask for coffee and a plate of fried ham.
Gertie's gonna bring over the coffee and ham. She's gonna like, are you gonna want to try that interesting thing that your friend did, or are you going to have the normal fare this morning?
What interesting thing would that
Don't
be?
try it.
What did you
Don't
do?
try it. Very untrustworthy people told me that help.
What did you do?
So you got a mug of grease from the ham and you crack an egg into it. And then you drink it and it's supposed to help with the hangover. My head doesn't hurt right now because my stomach.
Yeah, that's about what I would expect to happen. That sounds fucking awful. Cat, you're gonna
Yeah, I was
take
about
that
to
curtain out.
say, it looks like you're
Get
having some tapestry
back
issues back
in-
there.
Yes, they decided to have a fight on either side of it.
No.
Bad kitties. No.
I love you.
No. Don't encourage them.
Yeah.
I will just keep to coffee and ham. Thank you. Have you seen Salazar this morning? Or Tintlet? I assume she's probably still resting up there.
I didn't bother Tintlet, but Sally was in his room when I checked.
So he's probably already left for the day.
I should probably stop calling him Sally before it becomes a habit and I accidentally call him that in front of him. It scares me away.
Wait.
As you are sitting at the bar trying to recover from the night before, you
Hold on
I
a second.
look around to see if there are any interesting people. Because apparently there are other adventurers that were making a lot of noise.
bad kid.
Sorry. Sorry.
The Rhiannon, as you look around, you see that the other party of travelers seems to have headed out. There are a couple of people sitting down eating breakfast. There are a couple of people sitting around eating breakfast. You don't see any sign of your very good friend who owes you money from the night before. As you are looking around, though, you hear a couple of people heading down, and you see the elf that your elf brought back coming down. You see her kind of like pulling on a cloak, and she just kind of stops in the stairs as you're looking like, and this keeps coming down, still trying to put her stuff back on.
I do the wink thing. I succeed a little more than I did last night because I'm still thinking. It's kind of like a Rhiannon wink. I think it's Rhiannon who can't actually wink, but she looks good enough that it works.
Give me a general charisma check. Let me fix this washout situation that I've got going on.
A general charisma check from me. You know, I wasn't the one. Like, I didn't mean that I looked good enough to make it work.
I just wanted to see
That's a
how it was going to
14
roll
though.
out. Yeah? It would have been a 15 if your score hadn't been shit.
Yeah, I was looking at Salazar's persuasion with extreme envy with that 26 when he didn't even roll a natural 20. If I rolled a natural 20, I would get a 19.
could be worse. If you roll, you could have it that if you rolled a natural 20, you got a 16.
God, you can't even function in society if you have a -4.
It'd be funny though. You see her kind of stop. She goes,
Wouldn't that be a score of 3? For it to be a -4, wouldn't it need to be a 2 or 3?
possibly. Some people roll really bad. As you do your not quite a wink, she's like, and then kind of leaves, just pulling her head up.
I talked to her, but that's Tintlet's plot hook, so.
That's fair. Do I see any sign of our friend from last night and possible future business partner?
It's a few minutes before anybody else comes down, but eventually you do see. Where is it?
Mr. Nick.
He does eventually come down the stairs and come over. When he sees you at the counter, he's gonna come over and join you like, oh, hi.
Good morning.
He is much less hungover than either of you.
Yeah, I imagine.
Son of a bitch. I drank less than everyone else. I just.
As he walks past you to go take a seat at the far end of the bar, Tyr, you see him kind of pause and look at your plate. He kind of raises a hand a little bit, like he's considering whether or not to take something. Then he just and just sits down, deciding better of it.
Are you wanting some ham?
I can get my own.
That's right, you can.
Yes, I figured out a long time ago that not to take food out from in front of anything with such a nice smile.
That is very wise. Very wise, whoever told you that.
That would have been my mother's dog.
Good to know.
I had a bear that taught me that once.
A bear.
What was its name?
Mordu.
Bear.
Just bear.
I'm just glad it wasn't
The
trinket.
naming sense of
Yes.
the naming sense of the people that I grew up with wasn't very. It was very practical.
It's very straightforward, apparently.
Yeah.
It's right to the point. I like it.
I was kid before I moved to a city.
Were you city kid after that?
No, I was Rhiannon after that.
And where did you get that name then?
An old friend.
A friend named you.
I also went by Little Shit, but wasn't my
That one I
favorite.
could see as
Oh,
well.
fuck, me too.
Well, look at you, twins. Great. Now we run the risk of getting you mixed up.
That does, that is an interesting thing, though. He's gonna lean around. He's like, Brett, do you know anything about your parents? Because now that he's brought it up, I might as well check.
Me?
Yes.
No.
This is just him going like, while we're on that note, my dad's a jackass.
Wait, did he actually say that?
No, but, that's what he was doing.
It's heavily implied.
Heavily implied. It's like, on the note of potential sibling check.
Wait, you don't know anything about your parents, Rhiannon?
Oh no, I had
Not at
people
all.
that raised me, but what?
Where did you?
No,
Where
I had
did
people
you
that-
grow up?
I had people that raised me, but since they were mostly elves, I don't think any of them were my parents.
Up until this point, have her ears been visible?
Yeah.
Does he know she's an elf? I can't remember if that was something that was
I'm
declared
not.
before.
Rhiannon's human.
I'm a human.
Oh, you are human. Okay, sorry. Never mind. I don't know where I thought that. So.
That's why I was called Kid.
Gotcha.
It was the nicer name.
Some of those, that's believable in some cases.
Where I lived, the elves didn't really get along with humans, but they were nice enough to feed me.
I'm sorry.
I bet some cooked eggs would be good right now.
I think that's probably a better idea for you.
Can I get some scrambled eggs?
You can see that Gertie's a little busy on the other end of the bar, but after
Never
you ask
mind.
so quietly, Nikolai just kind of looks at you and then kind of leans over the bar and reaches his arm out and starts snapping until she looks. He just kind of points. She goes like, "The pretty one would like some scrambled eggs, if you wouldn't mind." He just gives her a big smile, and she kind of rolls her eyes and goes to the back to get you your breakfast.
Oh, he thinks I'm pretty.
I really want her to come back and give it to Tyr because she thinks Tyr is pretty.
Well, Tyr is pretty. Or so he thinks.
She comes
I
back
didn't
and
say
kind of
Tyr
just
wasn't pretty.
She comes back and just kind of sets it down on the bar, like, whoever it is, and then goes away.
All you other non-orcs look the same.
Some of them have snouts.
One is blue, that's all I know.
I am distinctly mostly not blue, thank you very much.
Mostly.
Yeah, one of you is blue. That would be Tyr.
Yes. Tyr will just kind of smirk into his coffee because strange new fella just referred to her as pretty, and he would agree. It's just, it amuses him when humans do things like that.
Humans, they're so precious.
They're
They
adorable.
are such sweet little squishy things.
Rhiannon was voted least likely to take college.
Least likely to what?
Do what?
Least
I
likely
said least likely to take a hint.
Now that I'm more sober this morning, I am going to take a better look at our new friend. You said that aside from the red eyes, he appears human?
Yes, aside from the red eyes,
I
he appears
just-
human.
I want to just observe him a little more this morning. Do I notice anything else different about him?
You notice much of the same. Appears human. He's not wearing his dirty cloak anymore. Now he's just kind of wearing his, like a black shirt, comfortable pants. No longer wearing that armor that had the thingy on it.
Tyr does a stealthy tail check.
You can see now that he's not like wearing a cloak or the leather armor. There's like a couple of chains under his shirt from like necklaces and stuff, and he has a thumb
More
ring
casual.
because you
Nice.
get you. He's not as much shiny as you, but there are some shiny things.
Get. Right. So, Nikolai, what's your story then? We heard that we got orphan girl over here. What about you?
Oh, my parents are alive.
Mm-hmm. And where are you from?
A city.
What did he say?
You
A
cut
city.
out.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
He said
City.
a city.
There's a fuck ton of cities, lad. Any specific one, or you just gonna be vague?
He goes where the wind blows.
Well, honestly, it depends. The answer could be a problem depending on who I tell it to.
One of those sorts of answers.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
With fantasy naming conventions, it would be a problem if he was named Of Thieves.
Well, I won't pry about that then if it's a private matter and one that might put your life at risk.
I mean, it's purely conditional, but
Is it conditional in this situation?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who would he look at, by the way? If I could notice. Perception check,
1
did you
second.
say? It's a 16 if you're
Yeah,
looking at my
You
passive.
noticed that he was looking generally around the room, and he kind of lingered on the door a bit.
Ah, yes. You can never trust doors.
True.
All right.
They're almost as untrustworthy as treasure chests.
Or chairs.
But at least treasure chests, like, at least mimics are like actively trying to hurt you. It's just doors for D&D players are such a problem and just existing.
Yes.
And then if you make the door a minute too, it's like double trouble.
True.
That sounds
Although-
hilarious.
Although, since in the lore for mimics, some mimics are intelligent, any door that has a riddle on it could just be a mimic that knows the password. Oh yeah, Nikolai, we should talk about, if you have time today, we should talk about that job we were talking about last night. Just hammer out the details.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
We
as
were
far
talking about that job.
as far as I know, the fair is still
Probably-
canceled, so my plans are wide open.
Okay. It doesn't need to be immediate, but at some point I would like to talk where there are less prying ears of people that might take my money.
Don't like performing with an audience.
Yeah, I'm not good with an audience.
Hmm.
Except when I drink, apparently.
That was
Yes,
a load of
you were
fun
on
last
it last night.
I'm sorry about that.
Don't you dare apologize. That was a damn good time. That squishy fucker about pissed himself several times.
Stop that smells. Oof.
So is that all that you two had in mind for today, or were you here for something?
Not particular. We were here for the festival, but with everything that happened last night, I doubt that'll be much good today.
No, I
I
don't
was
think
gonna
so.
see what I was gonna see what our friends wanted to do, but one of them is like missing in action, so
Maybe we should go try and find him?
That is a course of action.
Let me finish this
What'd you
coffee,
say?
then we will.
What'd you say about course of action?
Tyr said maybe we should go find him, and Nikolai says that is a course of action.
And the consensus was after we finish our coffee. Okay.
Yes.
Then-
The coffee and be good to go.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let me do some time math.
Just for clarification, I'm saying them with an accent, not him. I don't know. Whatever. So, just for clarification.
My pronouns are Rhiannon. Just don't talk about me. Doing some mathematics.
Okay.
Beans.
Thanks.
Hello, Kitty. Oh, look, it's another tail shot.
You're never going to get any other shot of her. I mean, that's just how she rolls.
Baby, let me see your face.
Nope, there she goes.
Okay.
There she goes again.
She's like an Instagram thought. It's just ass shots.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Yeah, you want to see Bilbo's OnlyFans? Watch this D&D session.
It took me way too long to know what the hell that even was.
Oh,
Oh,
Ugh.
good for you.
yeah, I'm kind of jealous. That surprises me, Little Miss TikTok.
I only just got it. And I'm
Yet
using it
still.
to watch D&D memes and advertise
Still.
sticker sales. What would I see?
You're still on there. There's still memes. So many memes.
And because I want a snack and it is 8:16, how do we feel about like a 5-10 minute break?
Sounds good to
That's
me.
fine.
I need more coffee.
And I can finish doing this math.
Oh,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Herb.
Be back. I made a sandwich.
a sandwich.
A sandwich.
By the way, Kasal, I just sent you a thing of one of the ideas I was talking about for possible backstory that Rhiannon wouldn't actually know about.
Yeah, I was totally muted, but you and I both just said a sandwich, like in the same voice at the same time. I loved it.
I got it, Phoebes. Okay. Now I want McDonald's. So,
Yep.
back to D&D.
Dindy.
Dindy. Okay. What I was going to say was, Sal, I want to make sure I got you your full adjusted time for how long you've been away. You've been gone for at least 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Traveling out and then going through the swamp. And I was going to adjust the time frame in the mornings. You guys aren't waking up as Sal's getting there. You're waking up as the inn starts picking up. So it overlaps a little bit. Sal is currently following frogs as you're talking to each other.
Also, this is medieval times. The late in the morning is like 9.
Yeah.
People rise with the dawn.
Yeah. It's light outside! And let me check Discord real quick, because somebody is messaging, and just make sure it's not messaging me. Oh, it's the DM and the teenager playing. He's just going rolls dice in DM. Okay.
Have fun with your 16-year-old.
Ah!
Is the person actually that young?
Yes. The youngest
Is
member
this
of our
the
party.
person that didn't understand what the session 0 was?
Yes.
Is this like their first time playing?
Second.
Oh. Okay.
The first person didn't give them a session 0. They just kind of threw them in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, we are returning
Oh,
after our
also
break.
about this time, Rhianna's getting an inexplicable, tingly, warm feeling about how not the problem character.
Yeah, maybe she'll have her turn. We'll see.
You will all have your turn. I know it.
Not me. Never.
Aw, with who you're playing?
Never.
I'm the
you're
problem
talking about.
player, not the problem character, Rhianna.
That's probably pretty accurate.
Um,
Okay. All right. Are
we resume. We come back from our commercial break, our intermission. Tyr, your coffee. You finished your coffee.
I'm good to go. Let's do this.
We're doing
Where
this.
are we going? To discuss in private or find Sal? I can't remember.
You were talking about finding Sal most recently.
All right. Let's go find Salazar.
So we head to the square. I assume Redbeard is still there.
As you're heading,
If not,
as you
I
are
look
getting,
for him.
as you're getting up to go, Nikolai just kind of takes up the extra space at the bar, and then leans back. And he's like, "Have fun."
Well, you're not coming with us.
He's not coming.
Am I invited?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you
Just,
can.
you're kind of stuck with us now. Don't worry. Just come on.
Well, if I'm being adopted, he kind of gets up and goes.
Whatever.
Yes.
He just tells you to give him a second. He goes up and he gets his pack. When he comes back down, he's wearing his armor again. Has a sword on.
What?
I don't know.
With
Somebody's
the-
all prepped for an
with
adventure.
With the strap strategically placed to cover the crest on his shirt, and kind of goes with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So where were you headed when you left the inn?
Square.
The market?
Yes.
Yes. All right. As you get to the market, it is a lot busier now. People are cleaning up and such. Mostly guards, kind of just here and there, just kind of keeping an eye on whoever they're actually allowing in. The rope is still there. This is the first time you are seeing it.
Yes.
You see the guard closest as you like come in. You can kind of see, like, despite it being busy, it is nowhere near as busy as it was at Active Festival, of course. And you can see as you're walking in, when you catch sight of that roped off area, which is easy to see because of how freaking much of the market is taking up. The bandage guard is still standing some distance away.
Oh, hey, Snake Eyes. It's better than Cyclops. I could have called him that.
Did you actually just call him that?
What? No, I
Was
call
that
him.
in character?
I call him Snake Eye.
Okay.
Yeah, in character, I call him Snake Eye.
He's like,
I like giving nicknames, as you
Clearly.
could tell from me giving so many names to Gallbladder. I do not remember that man's actual, just like the 5 things I told him.
okay. Why, good morning. Can I help you? It's this
Oh,
overwhelming
you're
look of
wondering.
please say no on his face.
This
Wait.
overwhelming look of I don't take hints on my face, saying, "Oh yeah, we were looking for our friend. You may have seen him with us yesterday. The one with the really good hair."
Oh, yes, they were here and they spoke to... I think I heard them talking about heading out, back into the swamp. Again.
Oh. Have you seen old Redbeard around?
The... foreman?
Oh no, I'm sorry. The old man who the religious symbols and stuff, greenish beard.
Weird
I call
old
him
man with
Redbeard
the
because
beard and the staff. The
I call him
gray beard.
Why did
I call him Redbeard because he said he was colored. I thought it was right.
Okay. I thought I saw him
He's another
before
person that I don't know the name of.
speaking to your friend, but I don't know where he's gone.
Okay.
Has there been any change with the tree this morning?
It's treeing.
So it's not misbehaving or anything.
Not currently.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'm gonna shuffle us a little further away because he doesn't like that he's been assigned here.
Yes, BTS tree. I know, I hate myself too.
That was bad, and you should feel bad.
I do. I did before I said it, but I just vomited it out of my mouth.
Oh, God.
Uh,
Uh,
it was a Jess level pun.
I don't even think that
now I
was
feel
a Jess
worse.
level. We will know just how bad you should feel when I tell her that after the game, because she's been texting me. She's having issues tutoring her niece, and she's be like, please tell me when you're done. I have to yell about this. And I'm like, I will call you. So I will let you know how bad you should feel for this. For this. PTS.
I'm serious. Like, it popped into my head. I'm like, do not say that, you fucking moron. And then I said it. Like, why?
The real question is, was it in character?
No.
Even Rhiannon's Christmas score is not that bad.
But puns are not. Rhiannon has many flaws, but puns are not one of them. I will not put that on her.
Okay. Where the fuck was I? Alright, he was just shuffling. He was scooting away from the tree.
Yes.
And while you're just talking to the guard, Nikolai's kind of like behind all of you, just kind of watching, looking around.
Were you here last night when everything happened? I asked Nikolai.
I was for a minute, but I think I missed the excitement. I did hear about it, though.
No.
Yeah, you missed quite the time.
Yeah, that definitely used to be back there.
Yeah.
That thing was... It's moved a lot.
It's where that giant hole where the roots were used to be.
I could tell.
By the way, you didn't happen to get, like, any cool weapons or anything from that shop that all of them were destroyed? No, sorry, that blacksmith I shouldn't trust. Never mind. They all broke. I'm not bitter.
Yeah, I didn't get any from him, but there's this place right on the canal edge that's, well, if you go, don't take me with you. I might owe them money.
No. Yeah. From experience, it's probably not good to be in front of people who owe you money. From my personal experience. From my personal experience of someone who's...
Oh yeah, I've heard a rumor about that. So, your friend went into the woods then. Are we following? Should I have brought a boat? I don't have one.
No, I can steer us to the relatively less muddy areas, usually.
Relatively. Alright.
You should probably bring boots at least.
Always do. Shall we go then?
To the woods.
Oh,
To the woods!
Woods.
Sorry, I had to.
Onward.
It's fun to mimic your voice.
Oh dear.
We pass about 15 townspeople that are talking about a weird world. Oh, there's a warlock around here. We should probably steer clear of that.
Oh yeah, because you guys don't really know. None of y'all know what y'all are yet.
Great.
Alright, so. You go on a walk through the woods. That is. Uneventful for the most part.
Alright.
I will ask.
I'm probably going to need to do a survival check to try
Yes.
and track.
I would like you to do a survival check.
Which I have advantage on. What?
Why are you yelling?
I'm sorry.
Bubby.
I have advantage, but my roll is a 7. I'm switching to my regular dice. Wait, what's my bonus is 4?
You rolled a nat 1 and a 3.
Switching to my regular dice after this roll. I'll take it though, I guess. We're lost in the woods. How
You-
to derail a campaign? Roll some dice.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, you don't notice where Sal left the trail. You're mostly focused, as you're going, you're mostly focused on keeping on dry land, so you kind of stick to the path. Because anything off of it just looks like wet. So,
Okay.
I
I don't notice the trail of frogs, obviously.
Well, the trail of frogs is no longer there because they weren't leading you. You're just moving through the trail, loud croaking frogs all around you. Not quite as loud as before. It's a little warmer now. The morning's moved on. They're kind of like huddling down. The mist is clearing up a bit, so you have much better vision now.
I know that frogs are probably just dumb animals, but I'd like to think that at least some of them are thinking about philosophical things.
Philosophical frog.
Okay.
Meanwhile, what they're actually screaming right now is, Alan! Has anyone seen Alan? Why has nobody found Alan yet?
And that one frog saying, that one frog thinking, did she take it? Or did we drive it away? Did we take everything for granted?
The one frog thinking, or does Alan need to find us? It's a frog. They're only
Real treasure was the friends we
trying.
made along the way.
Alan's trying to find himself.
It's a frog, so it's only capable of freshman philosophy.
Yeah, I know. Philosophy group.
Pumpkin King, no! Philosophy sessions is what they were called.
Sessions.
Sorry.
Pumpkin King,
Get it
where
right.
did you go? Where the fuck? I've lost him! There he is.
No. Oh, good.
Ugh! I had to extricate myself from the thing. Okay. Like, cool.
Alright.
Asshole.
Go on, sis.
Alright. On task.
What's the task?
As you are traveling through the marsh. The marsh is where we were. This map.
The marsh.
The marsh.
The marsh.
The marsh.
the mosh pit.
So we're gonna say that this is some ways away. This little area back here is just like incredibly zoomed down compared to the rest.
Works for me.
Sal, where are you? Did you leave this line of purple sticks here?
I hate you so much.
What does it mean? Oh, fuck you. Sorry, I'm talking to my D20. Just rolled a 16, which would have gotten the 20 if I would use it.
Sad face.
Alright, so with the Dragonborn and human following along behind you, Nikolai, muddy up to his knees somehow.
Like, we haven't even stepped in the mud.
'Cause he-
We're still on a dry path. Like, how, Nikolai? How?
He slipped.
Aww.
This is why you
he's
should
sitting
invest
there
in
going, he's
Phi.
like, this is not my favorite terrain.
You really are a city boy, ain't
This
you?
is-
Yes.
This is why you should invest in thigh highs. They're not.
You know
just
what?
for
The
looking
the bright side is at least this is just mud. Because in the city,
True.
it would not be.
That would not be mud. That is correct.
No, that's my least favorite thing about growing up in a city.
The gutters?
Yeah. Subsequently, where you need to grow up if you don't have a family.
True.
Or if one of your parents is just particularly cruel. Which direction? And he points and you see there's like a area of the path that you would take around and kind of like goes in either way.
Does Nikki need a hug?
Yeah.
So,
He seems fine.
You always seem fine. I'll give him a very pitying look, but won't.
humor that you need to. Alright,
Which
so-
way then?
I have a very expert way of doing this. Eeny, meeny,
Hurt my arse.
left.
Eeny, meeny,
Left.
left.
Good on you. We go left then?
Well, at least she tries some way of working it out. I pretty much just go with my sword hand, and he kind of wiggles his left hand a bit and goes after you. Would have gotten
Yeah, I
the same
totally
answer,
didn't
but in an
do that.
entirely different way.
What'd you say?
He's like, would have gotten the same answer, but in an entirely different way.
Sword hand.
Yeah, I totally didn't do what he.
He said he's left-handed. That wasn't an innuendo.
No,
I know.
We're not doing
yeah,
this
that's-
today.
I didn't.
That's
I
totally
wasn't
not
going
what
for that.
Rhiannon
You
did.
went there.
Definitely
I
not
was
at all.
not going that way. I just said, "Oh, left hand, sword hand."
There was an
If you
eyebrow
dual wield.
movement.
Josh.
If you dual wield,
Alright, so we
every
go
hand
left.
is a sword hand.
This is true.
I do want, as you're taking the new path, I want everyone to make,
You say dexterity saving throw, I'm crying.
Don't give her ideas.
Like, so we take the left path in this wide open forest. Okay, you died.
Make a perception check.
I shouldn't be using the system, but
You're fine.
oh yeah.
I shouldn't be. Never mind.
Just kidding. I love you.
All right. So as you take the left path, Tyr Nikolai behind you is kind of like, he slips a little bit again. In the moment you look around, you're like, what the fuck are you doing with the loud splashing? Rhiannon, you, looking ahead, see through the thinning mist this motion, and as you like look, you can see it's this series of small bushes kind of moving slowly across the path.
So
As you see about 7 of them moving across the path and into the water, where they just kind of start to float in a general direction.
hey guys, should we follow the walking bushes? I feel like that's something that Salazar would do.
I would reach back to help try and stabilize Nikolai, but then when she mentions the walking bushes, that will be pretty much forgotten.
He's gonna slip back into the water.
We should probably go after the moving bushes. That's kind of what we came here originally for, and I'm betting that's where they would have gone.
Nikolai just kind of climbs up
Should
out of the water like, no, I'm fine. I
need to carry you?
No.
Are you?
No, I'm on the path.
We could take turns carrying you. I think
if you
we're
slip again,
we're,
I'm just gonna carry you.
I will not slip again.
Like we're still on the beaten path here, and you're slipping. If we go out off the path where the bushes are, I feel like.
Alright, I'll just carry him if that happens.
See, the thing about this path is it's barely a path. It's kind of like in between a path and the water. So if I could just have a path or the water, it'd be fine.
You wouldn't need either if I was carrying you.
I do not need to be carried.
Tyr will just shrug, give a wink, move along.
Alright, so we follow the bushes. Stealthily. I try to do stealthily.
Oh, ow. Oh, my contacts. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Ah, it's fine. It's fine.
Nikolai, are you alright?
What the fuck's a contact? Why are you rubbing at your eyes? Is that what that's why the eyes are red. That's exactly it. They're fake.
He's not. He is human. He's just a chuny.
What? A what?
Like he's not anything that's non-human. Just a chuny.
I don't know what that is. We're moving on.
Chunibio. I've explained this to you before. 8th grader syndrome.
Oh! Just say that. Okay. So, if you would all please make your stealth checks.
Stealth checks.
Check.
Should I go with dice or the system? Alright, with my regular die, that's an 11. My modifier.
No! I didn't do the thing. Oh, it's fine.
I have +8, so that's a 19 for me.
I will pull him up on the thing.
He's probably like a rogue or something. He is a stealthy boy.
Sneaky.
I forgot to enter his information into the system, so I have to pull him up on D&D Beyond. It's fine.
That's the system.
Where did he go? There we go. I have too many characters in my backlog. Why is your AC so low? I equipped this. Liar.
Liar.
Okay.
Away from me, you witch. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. And after you said that, I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore.
I actually read the book. It's pretty good.
Oh, it's so good. It's been ages since I've read it.
Mm-hmm. Princess Bride. It's basically the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't the book just like somehow a better version of the screenplay?
Yeah,
Because isn't it kind of
it's pretty much
written
word
in-
for word. The screenplay was
Almost.
just condensed book. All right.
but like wasn't the book written like this, like a very visual type of? I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe things.
Yes,
You
it
know
was.
what I said.
All right, so, you guys start.
Indeed.
I need your
Tracking.
checks. I need your checks, babe.
I got a 19.
Got a 19. Okay, tier stealth check.
16.
16. Okay.
Yes, it's there.
In the system.
Road.
All right.
What'd Mr. Nick do?
So, despite his terrible performance on the path that's not a path, as you start to begin to follow the bushes through the water, you kind of see him. Like this shift kind of comes over and is like, oh, now we're working, kind of deal, and he slips into the water behind the two of you, like absolutely quiet. He's just holding his sword up, like behind his back, like this, and just kind of following.
Pissed.
And you manage to follow the bushes without ears with a successful stealth check.
Hey, you
Yeah.
never know how good a bush's senses are.
Apparently, an awakened tree has languages that it can understand, so
Of course it does.
of course it does.
If I recall correctly, it can understand what the summoner understood.
Yeah. Alright, so you are following the bushes as Sal is inspecting the place. So we are going to jump back to Salazar. For me, I'm just going to zoom in on where I put you on the screen.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a map.
You
of this
liar.
location.
Oh no, I see a tree that is definitely one of the ones that come alive. And by that I mean one of the you can probably on the map.
Alright, Sal. Who is sending messages on Discord? Is that just mine?
Not
I'm not getting anything.
seeing anything. No.
It's just
No, I'm
mine.
not sending anything either because I'm innocent
Alright,
this time.
let me mute this channel. Notification settings.
Oh yeah, now I remember what I was. Theory.
Mute for 8 hours. Done. Guys are driving me crazy. Okay. Sal, what, upon hearing the keening noise and seeing the woven mass of tree, what are you up to?
I'm gonna say hello. I'm looking for an old woman. Is anyone there?
Wait, was that cough in character, Casey? Or?
No.
I'm
When
not
you
joking. I was wondering if, like, if the answer to hello was.
just as you call out, you hear a short keening sound again. It's like, "Ah," and then silence. Even the frogs, it's like kind of quiet down. And you hear this
Where did the keening sound come from?
from past the walls, like inside.
I'm gonna go inside.
Oh.
As you are going inside, you start to hear it's like, no, there's no one here worth looking for. Go away! And it just rises to a shriek. But as you go inside, you are faced with not that.
Oh.
Not with that, but with this.
Oh, okay.
No, this is again the
what's
wrong
that?
one. Fuck.
It's from the
Jesus.
Emperor's
Where
New
are? What are you
I
talking
wasn't
about?
expecting this. Haha. Oh, okay.
Bear with me 1 second. All. Oh,
Are you trying to change the overlay?
no. I dropped a file. Dropped the file. There it is. Okay. Save. Alright. I have added Sal to journal. As you go in, you see a small, dilapidated kind of construct. It looks like like a little lean-to almost, falling apart. You are hit with this kind of reek of waste and rot, like rotting leaves and stuff. And there's a teeny tiny little fire just kind of like going in the middle, and on the other side, kind of huddled against the wall, just looking around, and then like locks eyes on you is this old woman with like green clothes that look they might very much be just moss that she's kind of just covered herself with.
Grandma Redbeard.
Her eyes, she looks, as she looks at you, she looks crazed. Like her eyes are kind of like hollowed out. She's very gaunt. Bug bite all along her neck. And she's just like making this like every now and then just making this like keening noise like what do you want? And like comes in and out of like low keen to shriek volume, which I am not going to be doing because I have neighbors with children.
Well, and our eardrums thank you.
Yes, because I could just go like, I could just be real mean.
Don't you fucking dare.
ASMR.
So Sal won't get too close, but they'll be like, "Hello, dear. The frogs said you stole a tree."
I didn't steal anything. Calling. What do you mean, the frogs? You speak to the woods too?
I speak for the frogs.
To certain creatures within the woods. But yes, and the frogs are extremely concerned about why this particular tree went missing.
Really tore up about it.
Well, some of them lived there.
They even stopped some fuck because of the tree.
I haven't stole.
Also, you may have kidnapped Alan.
Ellen!
Poor Alan.
I feel like there's a reference that I'm not getting, but it's close to a reference that I do know about.
You guys, I'm sure you have seen it.
It's a prairie dog.
Ellen!
Oh,
Ellen!
that.
Ellen! Ellen!
Alan. It's that British
That's not Alan, that's Steve.
walk on the wild
Steve.
side or whatever.
Steve.
It's also from
the
Jurassic
one-
Park 3. It's the
Yeah,
it's the Velociraptor going,
Jurassic Park
Ellen!
3 is the
Yes,
one.
that's what I thought of too. The Velociraptor, the plane. Alan.
Back when they gave up on jump scares.
Oh god.
Yeah.
In the good days. The fact that Jurassic Park 3 is the good days.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the newest one. I didn't steal anything. I called the trees for help. And they came.
Yes, well, the frogs don't see it that way, I'm afraid. What did you need help from the trees for?
To shut out their voices. Is it the frogs? Are the frogs doing it? You tell them to stop! And she starts, like, as she says that, she's, like, shrieking again.
Wow, Salazar just got all those frogs a death sentence.
Sorry, frogs.
Rest in peace, Froggy.
Rip.
Frog legs for
Well,
dinner.
if you speak to the forest, you would know that more than just the frogs have a voice.
I know that. I know that. Of course I know that. I've lived in these woods. It's the voices are the problem. It's the wrong voices. They're too loud. I can't hear the right voices anymore.
What are the voices telling you?
I don't speak the language. I just make it go away. And she's like shrieking again.
What does the language sound like?
She mutters and groans to herself for a minute before
Bagel.
I know where you live. It's 3,000 miles away, but I'll go there. She paused for a second, like she's listening. Her head cocks to the side. You can kind of see the that hollow area of her throat.
What the?
I have that exact toy.
Bilbo loves it, and she brings it to bed every night, and I just realized it was in that box.
Yeah, Chai brings it to me. And then
Oh, and
sometimes
there she goes.
when he gets excited, he runs away with it, and I'm like, I can't play with you if I don't have it.
Chai's a weird cat who's more interested in the string connecting the fuzzy thing to the
He
stick.
bit it off once. I had to tie it back together.
Yep, she's playing with it now.
The old woman kind of like cocks her head to the side, like she's listening. Like kind of her neck twisting a bit as she listens. She's supposing like this hollow area of her throat. She's been out here a very long time. And then she starts to speak in this like guttural, grotesque language that
French.
Yes.
Guttural French.
What?
I said, yeah, guttural French. Sal, you actually do recognize it as it sounds. The dialect escapes you slightly, but when you hear it, you're like, that's abyssal.
Oh, my language!
Sorry, Russian.
Okay.
French is infernal.
Can I understand what she's saying? Like, I don't know how accurate her rendition is to me.
Most of what she's trying to
what she's
repeat,
saying.
since she doesn't know what she's saying, it kind of comes out like the simplest version of abyssal. But what you can catch, what she manages to get, you start to hear, she's trying to say something along the lines of, it sounds like draw it out, or draining, or something like that. And there's, at the end, she says something that sounds, again, it sounds a little like, because, again, she's basically speaking the Simlish version of abyssal.
Right.
The what version?
Simlish, like Sims 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
It sounds like it sounds like a series of commands, like some like commanding. But she cannot repeat it because she rolled very badly.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to kind of go over to her and put my hand on her shoulder. Fortunately for you, dear, I do understand it. And I'll kind of lean closer to her and I'll go in abyssal. Can you hear me?
You see her stop, jerk for a second, kind of look at you appalled, but then kind of look down. It stopped. It stopped. It's back again. And then she starts like hissing it out, and it sounds like an affirmative.
This poor old woman can't understand you, but I can. Perhaps we can have a talk.
She's shaking her head and trying to get it out. You hear, gibberish, nothing to talk about. Gibberish. Fuck. Sorry. My gears are extra grindy tonight.
I'm just imagining the woman having the song Hollaback Girl stuck in her head and just not knowing what the hell it is.
The first bit of what she says...
Because it is stuck in my head and I just want
Alright.
to spread it to everyone else. If that's
Stop!
Suffer with me.
Let me do this! The first part of what she says is she's trying to say it because she's speaking very halting, like she'll say a little bit and stop, and then say a little bit more. The first part sounds like gibberish, but then the next part's it's like nothing to talk about with in what it sounds kind of like a slave of a stranger.
Well, you're speaking to this poor old woman an awful lot. Seems you have something to say.
What she gets out next is the first clear thing. We're not speaking to her. She overhears. And then, the woman kind of like jerks and twists and then starts to make the keening noise again, and something starts dribbling out of her ear.
A kitten.
I cannot hear you.
That's not good?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Let me move my mic closer just in case.
For some reason, it was just like silence.
Okay. It's not good. Not good at all. As a second level warlock, there is not much I can do.
She kind of sits and like
If anybody needs me to create water, I'm here.
She like twists and cries, and then you hear her shout something in a language that you don't understand. And you hear a crackling and a creaking sound as in the trees that were woven starts hugging tighter in on themselves, and you hear crashing and such, and you see more. Another one kind of like comes and leans over the wall and starts weaving itself in that you can hear like distant crashes and creaking throughout the swamp, just kind of like pulling in closer.
Okay. Should point out that more trees is not going to stop this affliction you have. You're apparently overhearing a conversation you shouldn't.
I didn't listen. It doesn't belong in this forest. The forest will protect me. She keeps like calling out and like.
Has it so far?
She's not listening. She's still
Has
saying,
it helped at all?
"Stop! I need the forest to protect me. You don't belong here. You smell like salt."
Oh.
Why do people keep saying that?
You smell like salt. You're cold. Who are you?
I'm just someone here trying to help.
There's something.
I can communicate with the things that are speaking within your head.
It doesn't belong in this forest. You don't belong here, and you need to make a dexterity save.
Okay. 13.
What?
13?
Yeah.
All right. You hear a crack in a creek, and one of the branches attaches itself and swings down at you. You manage to duck just in time, but two more branches are swinging down as well, and these are attack rolls. One misses. That one landed on the edge, so I'm rerolling. They both miss, but the branches are now swinging down, trying to whack at you. And she's just screeching in both common and the command language, just, "Get out! Get out! Get out!"
All right. Action. I change into Cathedral. Bonus action. Grasp of the Deep. I have a tentacle block.
Okay. Do I have a block for
Smell?
Cathedral?
What?
Do I have a block for Cathedral?
Oh, no, it's just an aesthetic thing.
Okay. Would you
That's
like to...
pretty much just what changelings do. It's an aesthetic thing.
Yeah, would you like to describe it?
Well, I mean, it's only the old woman here.
Yeah, but everybody else is listening. Alright, you can save the description for if and when the rest of them pull up.
Okay.
Speaking of, meanwhile,
We're
what
just-
you guys are following, you can't hear it yet, but you see the bushes start moving faster, and a couple of trees start joining in the water and moving.
Hey guys, I think we're going in the right direction.
Seems to be to me.
Alright, but you caught it with a tentacle?
I'm trying to, yes.
Okay. What is the herditor for that? Is there a contest for that, or is that just the...
I mean, it strikes at my foes. It's a melee spell attack, but I kind of figured we could do like a strength contest or something.
Okay.
Or I can make a spell attack to try to hit it to stop it.
So do you want
Whatever
to
you think is most appropriate.
Do you want to just block it, or do you want to try and hit?
I just want it not to hit me.
Okay, so if you reach up you try to use channel just to block it, that would yeah, let's do the strength for that.
Okay. I'm guessing I use my strength.
Probably your charisma because it's
Yeah, use your
casting.
charisma because this is spell based.
Okay. Just straight charisma?
Yeah.
Okay. 23.
The tree has been separated from the ground long enough that its branches are somewhat brittle, so the tentacle whips up and blocks it, and you see the branch actually, when it hits, it kind of splinters and kind of like wibbles away.
Let's see. Is there still, like, attacks incoming?
The other two branches are still swinging. They're gonna swing in again. Miss, and they can't reach you.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you want my next action, I guess? Or how do you want to do this?
I am doing a time check real fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna refresh my page real quick because webcams are frozen.
Okay.
Better?
Alright, as you are fending off
Yeah,
the branches, Salazar, the old woman, like, still kind of keening, she darts out from the area and out over the water. And you see her moving out on the water, as in she's not sinking, she's just running across the water. Just going.
Jesus.
Okay.
Or that really cool lizard. One of the two.
Basilisks.
Well, she definitely has more of a gait of a basilisk, but she's not technically sinking, but slowly. That's all a basilisk does, is lateral sinking.
As she's trying to run away, is she trying to continue to harm me? Or is she now just trying to get away?
She's screaming, get out, and as she runs, the trees kind of, like, turn in her direction, and kind of, like, others around her start kind of moving and following as well. The ones that were swinging down at you stop and seem to kind of, like, try and start peeling themselves away. Mostly just breaking, because the ones on the inside have been detached from the ground for a while, so they're kind of...
So I'm not being attacked?
Not anymore at the moment.
Okay, I'll drop the tentacle. And let that dissipate back into the water.
Just this
By the way,
huge,
if you
like,
Google basilisk lizard, the first three results are Jesus Christ lizard. Sorry, I just needed to share that.
An alternate name for him.
Alright, so she is running out across the water. And you drop a tentacle. Are you staying? Or are you following?
I think I'm gonna stay. I seem to be freaking her out, so... I don't know what to do for her. I try to talk to the thing.
Yeah. Alright, so the
Don't really want to kill her either.
Yeah. The rest of you. Perception checks, please.
Perception check.
Perception checks.
Perception.
Look at him go.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Hey,
18.
twinsies.
And let me
Except you have a
check
+1 and I have a
that one.
+6.
Yeah.
Okay. As you are waiting, following the bushes, you notice that their paths seem to, like, in their little weird floaty thing, the roots are kind of just going like water. It's It's like this mini-lift insectoid dog paddle going on with the roof.
The bushes are paddling.
You
Oh.
And
gotta
it's
propel
adorable.
somehow. You see the bushes kind of stop and start kind of listing with the motion of the current a bit, and then start moving off in a different direction. And like as sometime into your walking, and you hear all of you as the bushes start to list in another direction. You all hear this like high pitched shrieking in two languages. One of which you don't understand, the other of which very clearly is get out. And it's this high pitched shrieking woman's voice in the distance, in the direction that the bushes are now going.
So
Well,
the
And
language is definitely not.
drift away, like they're drifting as if trying to follow the sound, and like around about back towards you until one of them, the roots kind of like did pedal up to your armor.
Wait, what?
They're moving in a circle. It's like imagine the compass needle moving. They're kind of like following this strange direction until it kind of like arcs back around towards you, so you can move, or one of them's about to climb over you.
I'm moving
Like,
the hell out of the way.
No, because that probably wouldn't feel
Moving
right.
bushes. No moving bushes. No, thank you.
Are you supposed to do that?
Like a leafy spider. No thanks. I think I found our hag, or I think we're in the right direction to find the hag.
They're so oddly cute.
No, they're
yeah,
not.
let's go that direction.
They're not cute.
Oh,
It's not natural.
Nicholas just looking around and was like, which direction would that be? I don't think they can decide.
Well, we heard a shrieking. I guess the best case is
That's
to
the
go in the
direction we go.
shrieky direction.
Edge around the bushes and carry on.
Should we help the poor little guys? Or?
Help him what?
You're just kind of.
I don't know. They just seem.
You're in like a shallow area that's practically a lake. There's nowhere to help them to.
They just
They'll
seem like
find
they're
their own.
trying
They'll
really
find
hard.
their own. What,
Although by now you guys would have seen in the distance the structure. It's just still pretty far away, but the bushes are no longer heading toward it.
So should we go to that structure where they were heading before, or should we follow the screeching?
Are we looking for buildings, or are we looking for hags? Because I think the hags were supposed to be going, and the shrieking's going that way.
So we're heading shriekward.
Yes.
Sal, what are you up to?
We were so close.
I know. It's only a few more minutes of waiting. He's right there.
I mean, if you want to go for the building, we can go for the
do
building.
what your characters are gonna do.
We'll put a pin in the building. We should probably go shriekward just based on what we're doing here is looking for Sal and the hag. We have no indication that Sal is in the building, and we found the hag.
Sal, what are you up to?
Sal is honestly a bit confused as to what to do. You know, it's... I mean, is she really bothering anyone with the trees?
Townsfolk seem to think so.
Lost an eye.
Yeah, but if they didn't go in the woods... Sal's gonna go enjoy the water of the swamp.
You're going back outside? You're just gonna play in the water?
Yeah, to the water.
Okay. The rest of you have already turned Shriekward and don't see the figure emerge from the house.
Shit.
So close.
Does Sal see us?
Would Sal come to us?
That's probably the better question.
Probably not passively, because you're pretty, like, low on the water and there's moving foliage everywhere. So Sal would have to be looking specifically, like, what am I seeing? Which way the fuck did she go? Kind of deal.
Alright.
This episode shall be called Near Misses.
God.
One day Frodo will join up with the other one.
Basically.
Pretty much. Alright.
Can we see...
Swim.
Huh?
I said Sal's going
Yeah,
for a swim. And, as you follow the bushes, you don't follow them very far before you see that they're kind of like floating and clumping towards this one central area. There's a couple of trees already starting to wrap in on themselves there. It's basically like that scene in Fern Gully, but like swampy and not pretty. Of trees just kind of like wrapping around each other, and branches are weaving in, bushes are kind of like spider rooting up the side.
Here, I thought they mated with pollination.
At that, Nikolai's gonna give a quiet heh.
Don't laugh at that. Don't encourage her. Don't.
I'm sorry, was this a problem? I wasn't sure. I wasn't aware this was a problem for her.
It's a problem. Trust me. It's a problem. Can we see Ag or just hear her shrieking?
You can hear her, and as you approach and as you listen, the shrieks become less repetitive. They're now just the language that you don't understand.
We don't understand.
Like rising and falling in volume, starting to become more and more muffled the more foliage clumps around her.
Okay. The trees.
Wait, is she shouting in? Just out of character, is what she's shouting in Abyssal or a?
She can't speak Abyssal.
So, I'm saying she's not repeating what she's hearing. Is what I'm getting at.
No.
All right, so she's speaking in some other language that she knows. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Any of
not
us
Elvish or
recognize it?
Draconic based on.
Yeah.
Which say, Liv?
Said, do any of us recognize what she's speaking?
You shouldn't. But I will check. Regardless.
It's not Elvish or Draconic if we don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we established previously that you don't speak this, but I'm checking anyway.
Oh, is this Ogham? Druidic-ish, maybe? Giant? I don't... There's lots of languages.
I'm sorry, it was just... Oh, that was funny. That's you, and I know he doesn't speak it, so, yes, out of character she's speaking Druidic, but neither of you have any idea what the fuck she's saying.
What that is. Gotcha.
But it sounds unhinged.
Clearly. And is any of the trees or shrubs, are they purely focused on her? Any of them attacking us or moving towards us? Or are they all just purely focused on heading towards her?
Currently, they are purely focused on her.
Unhinged, screaming in Druidic reminds me of home.
Well, are we still heading towards that then? What do you want to do, Rhiannon?
Go toward unhinged woman, or go away from unhinged woman.
Well, submerged half deep in water.
Do you think that screeching is what's controlling the trees
I have a
and
hunch
the
it
cute
is.
little bushes?
Kinda
I mean,
seems
that's
like
they were
it.
following
The
her.
cute little dog paddling bushes. I didn't intend for that to be cute, but it kind of came out that way.
Kinda did, yeah.
I don't know if anyone else would find it cute, but Rhiannon would find it cute.
Strange child that she is.
Rhiannon would find some pretty weird things cute.
That's fair. Alright, are we not wanting to go towards the hag then? Is that the, we're agreeing on?
Well, if all the trees are around her, one tree almost killed a town, so maybe we should go and check out where she was staying
That's
to see
probably
if
a
we can
wiser
get
idea.
clues. And we're back on track. Pans back to Salazar. Oh, I guess I'm leaving right now.
Yeah.
Right now, Sal's gone.
Sal's still swimming. Swim. Alright. Building word. Alright, that one doesn't work as well. About face. March.
Alright.
Wait, was
What's
it a
your
16?
take, Nikki?
One moment, you guys. Am I wrong? Or am I right?
What are you doing?
I was wrong.
What are you wrong
Wrong?
about? You were wrong. We were in the wrong forest. The whole time. What were you wrong about?
Something that you don't need to worry about.
Oh shit.
Eh? I'm suddenly concerned.
Olivia's like, I'm paying attention. What?
When they tell you not to worry about it, that's when you start worrying.
Alright, what did you ask, Nikki?
What's your thoughts on going back to the building where the hag seemed to be staying to look for clues?
Well, I'm pretty sure that whatever came out screaming like that from something like that's probably left something worse. Like, theoretically, something scared her, but also, it might be dry. So I'm all for it.
Dry is good. Okay, dry word. That works better than building word.
Sure.
Don't know why that became a thing, but it is a thing now.
Enough. So we leave behind the bushes. Little pedaling bushes. And head towards the building.
Chai, baby, no!
I'm going to keep an ear and eye in the direction of said shrieking hag till we get to the building.
As you leave
A baby.
the growing clump of trees behind and head towards it, it gets fainter. But until like eventually you can't really hear it anymore because both of the distance and of the mass of foliage that she's clumped around her.
Cool. I don't want to listen to that any longer than I have to.
I don't want to have to do her any longer than I have to. She's stressful. It's stressful to be a crazy person.
No, it's
Back
just
off.
that you made a stressful, crazy person. You can make really fun crazy.
Yes, I'm aware. Alright. Salazar's swimming. Everybody else is arriving at the thingy.
Just
I'm gonna
keep
zoom out a
swimming.
little bit. Do not. Do not.
Too late.
It's in my head now. It's in my head
Bap,
now.
bap.
All right, I'm putting you three. Rhiannon, get back here. I'm putting you three on this little island.
Island.
The island.
Island.
Sal is
We've
swimming.
got our own little island.
They're swimming over here.
Just paddling around like the little bushes.
Hi, buddy.
Something tells me Sal is a much more graceful swimmer, though.
Possibly. I am
No
amazed.
doggy
that-
paddle there.
I'm gonna curse myself by saying this, but Discord hasn't kicked me once tonight.
That's a good
I am
point. No, I thought it
amazed.
did earlier.
No, I X'd myself
Oh,
out. and then
you
came back
refreshed,
because I was
gotcha.
refreshing my camera.
I gotcha.
I'm actually disappointed that what I didn't just now is Discord hasn't kicked me out once this through.
Just kidding.
All right, as you guys arrive into the old hovel, you come up same scene as what I described a minute ago. But when you come up, the fire is out, and you come in and you see a couple of like larger branches from the trees that didn't manage to peel themselves off, just kind of like hanging down into it, kind of swaying, broken, hanging on by a couple of splinters. And again, it does not.
What the fuck
smell good
happened
in it.
here?
Wow, something broke that tree. Hey, do you think it was that soul that the village people were talking about?
Heck if I know, but I'm not sure I want to stick around if that's the case. Don't like the idea of any sold souls.
I love and hate you both. Yes, hello. Can I help you? Can I help you, sir?
Since it looks like a fight just broke out, I'm gonna try and look around in the water to see if there's any other thing that fled. Like around the island.
Like around the island? Alright,
Yeah,
like how specifically are you looking?
I'm scanning the water to see if there's anything in it, like any people or large creature.
Alright, roll a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Used. Roll 20. Please be nice to me, 20. That's a 17. Do I see any small sea creatures?
I am finding out.
Do I see a frog?
Frog!
Do we see a miniature Cthulhu?
Gosh, now that sounds adorable. Makes that sound.
Come for yourself. What you doing, Coffee?
I am figuring something out. Give me a minute.
Okie doke. The real hag emerges. Did we see the hag running or just hear her?
I just heard her.
You couldn't see her, you heard her. What you
Hmm.
saw was the foliage following her. Alright.
Alright.
Rhiannon, that was
Because if I
your
saw her, I
17?
would have genuinely thought.
Rhiannon,
Yeah, I got a 17.
that was your
for
17? Alright.
perception.
As you are looking out over the water, your eye is drawn to most of it seems like, other than the things that are moving towards the hag, which you've seen already, most of it seems like typical Tis swamp. It is eerily quiet though. like wildlife has been scared shut the fuck up by all that screaming. As you are scanning
There's
the
not
top
a
of the water,
well-dressed
though,
fish person.
you as you're looking along, you do see a ripple on the water, and you do see a something that Lindsay, would you like to describe to them what they see?
You get out. I didn't hear what you said.
Me either.
I said, Lindsay, would you like to describe to them what they see?
I have a picture.
You have a picture?
I have a picture.
Picture.
Would you like to post what they see into
Yes.
the thingy?
Please open Discord. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have two screens and it opened on my other screen. Don't know why.
Everyone else with their two screens.
I have that picture.
You do.
I do. All right.
Well.
So I'm gonna do it up here
Well.
so that I can show roll 20 and the screen.
Well.
Edit. Handbooks.
It
Oh.
is interesting.
Edited. Me. Save changes. It is now in your journal. Images.
Journal.
Let me see something. I'm going to put it up here so that I can... Ah, there we go. Wanted to make sure that it was being picked up by the screen. As you look out, you see that just kind of moving through the water.
Just kidding. I don't think that shrieking was the hag. I think she was running away from the hag.
Should we approach it? Or...
Nikolai just kind of looks out past, goes like, no. Goes back inside.
Not particularly eager on that idea.
He goes as he like kicks away some like nasty stuff. You see him bend over, light the fire, and he's just gonna sit. He's like, I'll wait for you guys.
I am going to see what. Rolling a die.
I hurt my elbow.
No.
Okay.
I will
Well,
just
instead of
watch the
doing
hag
this-
for now. Sorry, what?
So instead of the smart thing to do, I'm just gonna. Hello out there.
What the fuck are
Hello.
you doing? I slap a claw over her mouth. It's not a good idea. I can tell you that much right now.
More than half of your face is covered by a large
Just, like,
claw
this-
hand.
Just claw, just over the face. Good idea. If it hasn't seen us now, it sure as fuck seen us now. Remove the claw.
But weren't we trying to find her in the first place?
Find her is different from antagonizing her and making her want to come after us.
Just wanted to see if maybe we could talk.
I wave
I wave back.
and continue swimming.
Did it actually just fucking wave back?
I think it's friendly.
Maybe it's friendly.
There it is. I was waiting for that.
I have to breathe. Because
I
if I trigger
made
another
a so-
episode because of this, it's going to be extra funny, but that won't help anybody.
I made a social skills roll with a D4, I said, odds I'm going to do something smart, evens I'm going to do something tone, and I got a 2. So
All right.
That'll do it.
I'm just gonna keep staring at it.
You just hear call out from inside. Nikolai by the fire going, "How's it going?"
It waved.
Is that a good or a bad sign?
No yet. I'm still trying to figure that out.
is the aesthetic something that you would naturally call terrifying? Or, like, is there another way to describe it? I'm just asking. I feel like in the flesh would be a lot more impactful than a sketch. That's why I'm...
Yeah.
Is that blood on the eyes, or
No, it's like a
like runny
black
mascara?
stain.
Tar
Oh,
thing.
Poor girl must have been crying.
Well, maybe you would like to go and offer her some comfort?
Oh, she looks pretty comfortable now. All that preaching must have gotten in there.
Mine, so sure, it probably did.
I can't. I gotta use the bathroom. Can I have a minute?
Yeah, I do too. I'm about to pee myself from laughing. So, I'll be right back.
Hi.
Did you just get dropped, or did you?
I had to
reload?
reset because Liv was loading.
I'm doing that a lot for you tonight for some reason.
Only when I stop looking at it for a minute. It's real fun.
How dare.
Terrible.
Also, I promise that one day, Rhiannon will act the smartest she actually is, but in social situations, it's not gonna happen.
One day.
It's a good time.
Alright, where were we? Waving. How's it going? Don't know. And stairs.
Trying to figure out. Yes.
Sal, what are you doing?
Well, I waved.
Sal's just like, is this what happens? What these morons gonna do?
I also just want to, like, I wouldn't have gone direct, done it. I would have asked Tyr first, but the quote-unquote appropriate thing to do that would have happened if I didn't try to act friendly would be to act hostile. Like, so that also wouldn't have gone well.
No.
Doing.
Repeat that, Liv?
I was asking Rhiannon, what are we gonna do?
Well, it seems friendly enough. Maybe we should...
Wise to approach it, though.
Do what?
Is it wise to approach it, though? Given everything else that's just gone on, shrieking woman, moving trees and bushes, and that thing swimming around, looking less than friendly, I don't know that approaching it's necessarily the right thing to do.
I mean, you can't judge everything by the way it is. I know plenty of friendly people who look terrifying, and most of the people that I hunt down very friendly.
That doesn't help your argument at all. I will slowly walk towards the hag.
Into the water?
Into the water. Is there... Okay, is all of this underwater, or is there, like...
There is a
Little
building
lakes.
tree clump sticking up out of what is basically shallow lake. Like, it's never deeper than, for you, it would be like bottom of your chest at the deepest point, but it is not, there's nowhere really to walk on, unless you wanted to, like,
Never mind.
take a piece of wood
I
and
was
make a little
thinking.
raft.
Oh, fuck no. Never mind. I'm not then. I thought there was a little more land. Just kidding. I will stay there. And
I
continue to
will wait
watch
out
and see
to
what
meet
it does.
As you
Okay.
wait and watch, you start to hear frogs inside the house.
I will peek inside the house to see if Nikolai is doing something to the frog.
What would he be doing?
Why are they starting to make noise now? What did you do?
Alan.
Hey, just a heads up. I'm gonna go
Alan.
soon.
I'll try to be quiet.
Thank you.
He's Alan.
Alan.
He's just when
You
you
found
when you
Alan?
look when you look in, he just looks up at you like,
It just started.
he points over, there's like a little frog on a rock. Salazar, you can distantly hear, Alan? Is this where Alan is? Someone's looking for
Oh, no.
Alan.
Generations down the road, there'll be legends of the missing Alan.
Frog cold cases.
Frogs will now have cold cases.
Oh dear.
Alan was reported
Means
missing.
all of their
He was
cases are
never
cold.
found. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Now you should feel shame.
What'd you say?
I said they're amphibians. All of their cases are cold.
Ah.
Got
So-
cold feet.
Our-
I'm a frog. My feet are always cold.
You're a frog. You're supposed to have cold feet. So we're just gonna sit here and stare at each other.
I mean, it's supposed to do. I don't want to make it hostile, and I don't want to be hostile towards it. So I sit and stare.
Wait, are you not being hostile toward the frog, or are we talking about...
I don't care about the frogs unless
Alright.
they do something to me.
Because it's funny, and because my roommate is heading to bed because she's got work in the morning, we're gonna say this episode ends on the whole, like,
Awkward waving.
awkward waving. And we can pick
I'm
back up
approaching.
with,
Oh, that's... Yeah, you are.
Were you approaching? Like, actively approaching?
Yeah, I was approaching.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and play that out then, but quietly. Well, me quiet. You guys don't have to worry about it. You're on my headphones. Alright. Rhiannon is approaching you.
Hi, so we were looking for a hag. Apparently it's been things. Are you that hag, or do you know her? Or... What, was it the screechy woman?
I'll change back into Sal. She was the one being chased by the trees.
Rhiannon remarkably
You
adjusts
kidding me
quickly.
right now?
Scream, do it again!
Rhiannon remarkably adjusts quickly and is like, oh, so that was the hag. Okay, so you found her first. It's a good thing we went this way instead of that way. How you been doing?
I'm wet.
You seem to be enjoying it away. Like,
For now.
And Tara's just up there like, are you fucking...
I'm just...
She's like,
It is. Of course it is. Why not? Why not? Just... Sure.
You
in
hear-
trees,
So you can change into
people I
can
meet
you
in the
change
pubs,
into a lot of things, or is that
shapeshifters.
your?
You know, that old woman overheard conversations in Abyssal.
Just brushes past the question.
She's quite insane.
So should we deal with the old woman, or?
I just let her run off with the trees.
Huh.
If she stays in the forest and no one comes through the forest, who's she hurting? I tried talking to the thing, but it didn't care.
Huh.
I'm out of ideas. It was either kill her or let her go.
So talking doesn't work. And killing seems rude. But
That's
letting her
one way to
go
put
might
it.
get trees rampaging through town. It's really a catch.
I don't know, the townspeople are kind of snarky. It wouldn't be all that bad.
Yeah, they are kind. Well, most of the snarky ones are the ones that are passing through. But yeah, some of the townspeople are.
Just seeing like angry tear watching you guys have a conversation in the water.
Yeah, he's still just trying to make sense of it all.
Should we get on dry land? There's a fire in the building. We could dry off around. Wait, we're gonna need to wade through the water. Aren't
Yes, at some point.
There's no use drying off if we're just gonna get wet again.
All right. Well, there are things that we need to discuss, Nikolai. So might as well do it now. So back to the building, and if we want to,
'Cause I'd rather discuss at this moment. The fuck, Salazar over there was just looking like a weeping woman in the water. The one that the kids saw?
I do that sometimes.
Are you fucking kidding me? We were sitting at the table talking about hags and baby eaters, and it was you all this fucking time?
There's another hag, though.
The one that the kids about. Which one was it? No,
Wait,
don't just shrug at me. You tell me an answer.
I don't know.
Wait, did that lady come out from the water? Because if she was in this building,
house.
okay.
She lives in a swamp. Chances are high she's gonna come out of the water at some point. But fuck if I know if she was the one the kids saw.
I know.
Now my player is curious whether Lindsay and Casey discussed Salazar taking a dip in the swamp before we played. I'll never know, will I?
Are we in the building yet?
Yep, we're going into the building.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that way.
have a come to Jesus meeting with either Sal or Nikolai, whoever comes.
So, Salaz, you come in, you see they, yeah. Come on. How does it do? Do the thing.
How it do?
Do the thing. It's not doing the thing. Alright. I was trying to get the portrait to show up. You come in and you see this person who you have not met. Just kind of leaning, like has started the fire up. He's just kind of sitting there, his sword propped up, his legs, like he's just, like sitting there playing with the fire. He just looks up at you like, I'm guessing you're the friend?
Salazar,
Yes, this is the
Nikolai,
friend.
Nikolai, Salazar.
Lies. Slander. Libel. I'm no one's
That-
friend.
That's harsh. I understand, but that's harsh.
Sorry for caring about you.
So anyway, this is
They're
Nikolai.
looking for
Can't
you.
remember. This is Nikolai. Can't remember his last name, and
Drazek.
Salazar. And this is Salazar. Don't
Right.
know if he has a last name.
Just fucking said it.
Do what?
He just said his last name.
Oh, okay.
Drazek.
Dresden.
You didn't ask a follow-up question when I told you my name the first time.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not good with names. Probably not a good thing for bounty hunters.
No?
I'm good with faces though, so.
It's good for you. So what happened with the other hag was I heard Tyr cursing?
So apparently Salazar was the other hag, so it was both of us.
And how did they manage that?
Really offensive.
I'm sorry, that's what the kids were calling you? That's what they think you are? Oh.
Oh,
Are
for
you sure
chalking
it
it
was
all
me
up to
they
children.
saw? The other woman much more fit the hag descriptor.
I
Yeah, like
heard somebody talking about
Salazar.
a woman weeping black, so...
Did you see
Your
the other
description.
woman?
I didn't see either of them. All I've seen is you just now, and they're the closest thing to a hag that we've come across. Recently.
And I'm just saying, how do you know the other woman isn't weeping black?
I don't know.
Apparently
I really don't know. I don't know anything about this whole fucking thing.
We don't know, but apparently her ears are leaking.
You don't know that.
What? Yeah.
But in Salazar's defense, it didn't look like a hag. It looked like a lady who was objectively terrifying, but hag shaped.
So
Fine,
I'm
that makes me feel
confused.
better
Are
to say.
we out here looking for an old woman or for like a hag or just your friend?
Yes.
Yeah,
That clears it up.
Well, I came out here to see about the trees, and then this old woman overhears voices, and she tried to hit me with trees and ran away. So
Alright,
She
so
she
since
for sure is the reason for the trees moving and all that shite.
oh yes.
Alright, so since
Right.
Sally found the tree moving problem, solved the tree moving problem somewhat, and we found maybe two things that caused hag rumors in town. So now I guess we can get down to business of my thing and making money. By the way, so want to make money with me? Maybe. I haven't taken the quest yet.
We're already moving on to this. Alright.
Well, the
Alright, so
hag is cocooned herself in a tree. It's not really much else
Yes.
to do.
So Nikolai, no judging, and don't take this the wrong way, but so the guy that we're supposed to be hunting down, is he your boss? You're wearing the same symbol.
In what sense of the word?
I mean, since you were wearing the same symbol as him, I figured that you were either part of the same sect or something along those lines.
Oh.
So that's why I found it kind of strange that you would take the job with us. Like, no judging if, like, maybe there's faction stuff. I just didn't want... So, like, I like you, but I don't like having people that might stab me in the back working with me.
Well, I'm not going to do that, if it makes you feel better.
Alright. I just want to know your motives for wanting to hunt this guy down, if you seem to be...
I want money.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Mm-hmm.
This kind of thing, when it comes up, is usually... He fetches good money.
Yeah, makes sense.
But you asked, is he my boss? Not the way you mean.
That clears up less than I think it should have. Okay. Well, that's as much questions as I have the ability to answer. Anyone else want to clarify?
It's quite late for me. My brain has clocked out.
All right.
It's already noonish.
All right. Let's we'll rejoin this conversation of the bounty when we come back. I'm gonna write down where we were. We were in bounty conversation. Bounty convo with Nick.
Q roundabout by yes.
Hag House. Thank you for playing. Good night.
Thank you for DM.